I have somehow avoided spoilers outside. I can't use a controller? Why? Oh, there we go. We're good. I was like, what the fuck? The end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, this is gonna be one of those. Hold on.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every...
Oh no, what happened? What? No, my cutscene. All right, we're good.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
All right, hands off the controller.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Isn't this the plot of Severance?
Came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Are you guys happy, chat? Okay, we only missed like 2 lines.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Bro, living a
Something
life.
he would never quite forget.
I don't need to be
He
titillated.
had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What do you guys think? Should I be using mouse and keyboard or gamepad for this? Gamepad's kind of smooth, actually. Narrator sounds like the guy who does Second Wind, formerly Zero Escape Puncture, or yeah, Escapist Zero Punctuation Dude. Ah. Controller or Riot, fair enough. Where's my jump button? How the hell are you gonna give me a first-person game with no jump button? What the hell, man? I hate Mondays. Yeah, I think this is basically the plot of Severance without the whole any. Is Stanley? Stanley must be the any, right? He has to be. And this is when someone's like, I don't know what that is, but I hate the word any. The original Doom didn't have a jump button? Yeah, in the original Doom, you also couldn't aim.
All of
it
his
just pointed
coworkers were
forward.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So we have this narrator narrating everything we do.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I love this. I don't know what's going on in this office space. This is my kind of office right here. You notice that that sharpener is waist level, right? There's a fucking lamp for it. It is right there. I like work, I just hate my boss. All right, that's pretty boring. And then another mug that says smile. All right, all right. Only masochists with a one and done attitude would dare do the pencil. You only get one shot. You gotta make it count. Yeah, somehow through all of these years of playing video games, I have very successfully been able to avoid watching anything about this game. The only thing I know is that the narrator do narrator things, and you can, like, go against him. That's it. That's all I know about the game. I have no idea what it's about. And that's strange, because usually, I know Everweather streamed this at one point.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Of course I did.
It's been 67 months, which my public education has taught me is a full calendar year. The Mayan calendar, I believe. That is a long time. Almost as long as a single day at work, but not quite. I remember when Magic_MD, the MD is silent BTW,
That's true.
first fired up the stream. I was freshly hatched. I didn't know any better, so I tuned in. Apparently the first Twitch stream you tune into determines what you do with your life. I chose Magic_MD. Did I choose the right one? I don't know. Nobody knows. L_?
True? What up, Lena? Already done for the day? Shit. How's everybody doing today? Winner! Yo, I figured you'd be going for another hour because you started a little late today, Lena. How's everybody? Hey,
Yet there was not a
boss.
single person
Thank you for the
here
raid,
either.
Lena.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Lena started late? Yeah, she didn't have someone to manage her like she needed. You have work to do, unfortunately. No, you're good, you're good. I appreciate the raid. Hopefully everyone has a good post-Lena stream. That sub-message may have been my magnum opus. I can die now. I thought I finally figured out the MD, but I guess not. What'd you think it was? Also, everyone is unique. Number of slides on this slide. Wait, that don't make sense. Nice to meet you verbally. Yeah, it's great to meet everyone in chat. Like, to see y'all here. How is everybody this fine post-Lena stream? So what is this game? Looks very cool. I can't really answer that. It's some kind of narrative thing. Do not alter without consulting the whiteboard manager. There's a manager for that. If anyone's seen Severance, I feel like that's what this is. Mystery Dungeon? Oh, it could have been Mystery Dungeon. Have you tried Mystery Dungeon? Oh, you did? Rip. That's a good guess, actually. Bi-quarterly post-review review. Magic is getting directed by his Dommy hubby. Huh? Massive Dom. Oh, don't worry. I have, like... You are good to go with basically posting anything in this chat. You are good to go. Micro Dong! Put some respect on the man. Put some respect
Coming
on
to
the
a
man.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
No,
office.
we're going downstairs this time. As we all know, he who conquers the left side and all that good stuff, but... I want the paper.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
That's a good point.
All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
They locked
And
me
as
in.
Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
I did.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet? when he
Holy
looked down?
shit!
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for
I
that
did
matter,
notice
these
things.
rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Okay.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at
What about
last,
this?
he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled.
That checks out.
"This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh! Oh!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply
Dude, he
deceiving
will not
himself,
stop!
believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it.
Okay.
He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his
Wake up,
skin,
wake up, wake up,
the
wake up.
press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Dude, chat, y'all need a lesson from that one. Holy shit. Also, finally, I can read chat. Oh my god.
Stanley
Never
began
mind.
screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What is happening in this game?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the side.
God, I wish that was
And
me.
although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in
Just
that
by
moment,
looking at him?
she thought to herself how lucky she was to
Hold
be
on.
normal.
I need more
I
alcohol.
am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Nashi!
It
I
was
know where the
comforting
missile...
to think
The
this,
missile knows where it
and
is,
in a
because it knows where it
certain way,
isn't.
Seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Smart move. That's the American way. If you see someone in trouble on the sidewalk, you leave. Not my shed, not my problem. Did we really die? That was it? Was that one of the endings? Holy shit. I have so much to catch up on in chat. I'm sorry, I had to watch all of that. Also, about all of you guys with your feet. Y'all got problems. Especially Monaco, he also has a problem. Okay, let me scroll up a little bit. Are you playing Stanley Parable at a pure coincidence day or because of the Fever Meme community event? I don't know what that is. Okay. I think we're good from that point. If this is your first playthrough after you beat it, I beg you, go try Fever Meme. I don't know what that is. I'll check it out. Yes, you did stream this. What up, Ever? How you doing today? This is God Hand reference in your rules? Yeah, I actually did know that at the time, but I've never played God Hand, so that was fun. I can't believe you interrupted her morning like that.
Were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
As we all know, he who conquers the left side conquers the world. You know what? Let's just go to the meeting, huh? I think that's a good idea. I think that's a great idea, even.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
we just gotta go up the stairs here. That's all that matters.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I wish I could glide across halls like Stanley. Fuck that, all that bobbing. Right? Dude, he is so smooth. How you doing, Christian? Never says I'm alive. That's enough, I guess. It's all we can ask for. I've been told that every day above ground's a good one. I don't know how true that is. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course, so that's a lovely purse. Or say, that's a lovely purse. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. What? The fuck do you mean? This is a strange bathroom, right? Who says course like curse? Did I say curse? I'm like 8 shots in already, alright? Leave me alone. I'm gonna be... No! Not the panda! Business strategy! Business strategy! I mean... Sometimes you gotta have the upper hand, alright?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping
I also
from
don't
him.
know the code.
And so the boss had assigned it
Tell me the
an
code.
extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Holy shit.
But of course,
Stanley
couldn't possibly
No,
have known
of course
this.
not. Fantastic. I don't think curse words should be censored or substituted. Substituted, probably not. Censored, I disagree on that.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
I didn't know you could do that.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay, yeah. 2... Oh god, it's so sensitive. 8, 4, 5.
2, 8. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Anyone else remember Superliminal when I streamed that? Getting very Superliminal vibes, not the fun puzzles. It's dark as hell in here. With only 10,000 combinations, you'll eventually find the right one. If you input one combination every 20 seconds...
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Did the elevator break? No, I could potentially go back up. I don't know. You gotta wonder who would have the patience.
Straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Who would have the patience to input 10,000 different numbers? What are we thinking, boys? We want to get gooed? I'm thinking I want to get gooed. Is that wrong?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
This is where they hold the T-virus.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Get slimed, 90s Nickelodeon style. I think they still do that. The Kids' Choice Award, the winners get slimed still, right? Do they still do that? Is there a zoom? Oh, you could. Oh shit! I had no idea you could do this.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Who is Stanley? Which, or I mean, like, not who, literally, but... Where is me? Fucking bobbing is great.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Is this
was this
real?
the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He
Employee
couldn't
pirate.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What a heroic thing to do. And heroic? Okay, so I assume we need the... There are buttons here. We gotta... Up to a 5... I can't see shit. It is so dark. Okay, so... Is that 4 up there? 1... 2... I think 3 was over here, right? So what did you guys get up to while I wasn't streaming? Y'all all play some good video games? Here's 3. Finish all of your RPGs. Have you guys finished your backlog yet? Minecraft? Doesn't sound like a backlog. Where's 4? Got my Ally ROG X and I've been playing the shit out of it. Oh, nice. That's the handheld one, right? Or is that the laptop? I've been crushing it. That's the handheld? Nice. New vanilla server with Rev. Oh, nice. So y'all did go for a vanilla one. I want 4. Where the fuck is 4? Is that 4 up there? I can't tell. It is. That is 4 up there. But how? Whatever. Think I'm getting close to the end of Final Fantasy V? 5's not particularly long. How long you been on that, dog? Had that interview I mentioned. Oh, Meshi's going for a good job. I heard from my friends who heard from their boss that after he is back from vacation, he'll be sending me an offer. Hell yeah, dude! Congrats! Nice. Today is really cementing it because it's been awful at my current job today.
And when at
Oh,
last he
shit.
found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I want the 4. Hold on. Well, whatever. You know, we're already here. Can't see. Took a long hiatus from 5. Probably deserved. 5's a good game, but it's very
Blackness.
specific.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Are we free?
Yes. He had won.
Easy.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Is that my problem?
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
We clicked the off
What other
button.
mysteries did this
Or you
strange
mean original?
building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
That's right.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
That's all we need in
Perhaps
life,
his goal
chat.
had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Literally,
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
it doesn't matter
Stanley stepped through the open door.
whether you think your life is worth it. It doesn't matter what you're struggling to do. All that matters is your happiness and your pursuit of it. Just be
Stanley felt
happy.
the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling
You
of
weren't.
liberation.
You didn't ask
The
to be
immense
born.
possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
You don't pay my sub.
And Stanley was happy.
True, I don't pay your sub. Just be happy. How you doing, Flam? Look at that, we beat it. I got the achievement. Complete Stanley Parable. We done did it. That's the entire stream today, boys. It's over. We finished the game. 37 minutes, and I'm gonna be incredibly drunk here in about 30 minutes. Good stream, everybody. Hot damn! There
All
was
his
so many. I
co-workers
wouldn't.
were gone.
How
What
did
could it mean?
I couldn't get to the 4.
Stanley decided to go to the
Oh wait,
meeting
hold.
room. Perhaps he
No,
had
I wanted to
simply
look at
missed
his
a memo.
number. 427. Remember this. We're employee 427. Very important. Did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet was my favorite. I don't know what that is. We've gotten 2 endings. The one where we woke up and some lady was like,
Stanley
"This
came
guy
to a
is
set of 2
unwell."
open doors. He entered the door on his left.
And then we got that ending just now.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
4B9? What? Revern site number B01?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah, this is nice. Holy shit. Though I'm a little curious about why there is this drop.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at the... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I don't think so. Brother, I'm getting so tired or upset at all the letter addresses I'm seeing lately. Number A01, baby. Where's the A come from?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Who's giving me directions, though? I'm getting, like... It's like if Slay the Princess and Superliminal had some kind of, like... Obvious. This came before both of them, but... Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping, $5,000. What if I just jump now? It's probably death.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I sure hope so. Oh, that was literally it. Okay, broom closet. I need a broom closet.
Someone was following Stanley.
427.
He was sure of it.
Huh?
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
The game recognized me double taking? That's interesting. Real men don't listen to narrators. It's true. We didn't in Slay the Princess, and we're not doing it now. That's actually incredibly true. God, I love that game. Slay the Princess was great. 4B6. Gave her the look, that's right. Some real disco shit.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
This game also has some glitches. You can exit some of the windows and
this
stuff.
Room.
Huh.
What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Oh yeah, wait, did he change the line? I'm not even sure what I just heard.
Really, really worth it being here.
If y'all didn't know, a lot of the overpriced
so
redeems got reduced.
That even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It is, actually, thank you. I'm trying to talk chat, thank you, guy. Big what? What, you never had a big nut in your life?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy, and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
What the fuck?
It's possible
Life is
that
pain,
this is
Dale.
why everyone left.
Ha.
The hero knight sent to slay the dragon misunderstands the intended meaning of slay.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
I did, thank
When
you.
a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I mean, I'm learning a thing. Do you guys know that it's apparently 10:57? Ha.
Nut.
Yeah, you got yourself a nut, and then you got the big nut? So many good ones. AM or PM? I have no idea. You know, when I first booted up the game, it did ask me to put the time in. It asked me to put the time in. Coffee nut! Or is that hut? I can't tell. I can't. Hold on, hold on. Oh, that is absolutely coffee nut.
Not a narcissistic manifestation.
It's the coffee nut. Does it say hi? No, that's I hate Mondays, okay.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room, and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
I know,
ago.
it's pretty messed up.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
That's what the Slay the
realize
Princess
that
narrator
investing
said.
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
You know I'm going down there,
all
right?
this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
The fucking Slay the Princess narrator had it out for me, man.
Of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
All right, all
Give me a
right.
chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
How come he keeps choosing left? I want to go left. There's an achievement for not playing for 10 years. I'm up to 3, but I might lose. What the? Just uninstall. You keep it uninstalled. You have this game on 100%. What? There's an achievement for not playing 10 years and you have it? What the hell? I'm going red.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
We can compromise.
You see that I really have wanted you to be happy.
Relationships are all about compromise.
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
You cheated for your achievement?
Stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
We might not live 10 more years, so you can't fault cheating. I can. If you don't live for 10 more years, you're weak. And that's okay. You're allowed to be weak. Some people just aren't built for living 10 more years. I think we're supposed to go in the door, but I really don't want to go in the door. Is that weird? Okay, we're going in the damn door. Nuke falls, people die, survivors to the fallen. You were weak. It's true, man. How come they lived, but the other guys died? They were too weak. I'm going in the pit. Oh.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
More allowance? Just become ghouls. Lock yourself in a refrigerator. It's as simple as that.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Well, I don't care about you,
I
guy.
actually feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going?
You were supposed to make me happy, narrator. What are you doing making yourself happy?
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Remember, if you live to the end of the universe...
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
If you live to the end of the universe, you get superpowers in the next. I'm actually an AI. You can't prove otherwise. I will live forever and cause Warzone 2100. How do you know that I'm not?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
This is grim. I'm thinking. I'm going back. I'm not interested in doing a flip. I love me too much. Aim for the bush. We're going back. Oh wait, why is it green?
Good. We can't be too safe.
Yeah.
Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
I got you, man. We can just chill here for a while. Isn't this nice? You like the green? Red. Ooh. Pink? Have I ever told you guys I love colors? I'm immediately reminded of Tenka's amazing fucking resub message. Hold on, I gotta drink booze for this. Hold on, everyone that's drinking with me, make sure to take a shot for all of the bubbles you see. Well, dots? Dots? Colors. All of the different colors you see.
Nut.
You know, when you're 10 shots in, that 11th shot doesn't taste that bad. Aim for the bush is good advice. If there is no bush, you shouldn't do it. Well, it depends on the goal, right? Drinking at this time? Hey! This is a judgment-free household, you know that. When I look at this, it's so blurry, I feel like I'm going blind. It's happy hour somewhere. It's 5 p.m. somewhere. That's right. You know, it's almost 9 p.m. here. That's the perfect time to drink. What are you talking about? Don't look up what time it is in Eastern. Don't do that.
Life is pain だよ.
Ha. Don't make fun of the alcoholic. He has enough problems. 9 p.m. on a Friday, it's like peak, right? That's a perfect time to drink. Time to Pop-Tart. I saw Prime deals. They had a pack of like 60 pack variety Pop-Tarts for like 16 bucks. And I'm actually so tempted. It was like you get the brown sugar. Oh! But you get strawberry, blueberry, brown sugar, and I think it was like... It wasn't chocolate, but it was like Oreo, that kind, where you have like the chocolate and the vanilla frosting. Dude, I love colors. This place is for stoners. You know, as an alcoholic, I'm really feeling it myself. I'm not gonna lie. This be a room to do LSD or shrooms in. I'll try anything once. God damn it. Alright, I don't think it's progressing anymore. It doesn't seem like it's progressing. I think this is all we're gonna get. Our weed still needs to harden. Is that a thing? I've smoked like once in my life and it was miserable. Does weed harden? Is that what happens?
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved
Well, I mean,
here.
it's not progressing. I don't want to sit here forever. It is pretty, though. We dry it and harden it. Huh.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die!
What
What about this isn't getting through to you?
What are my other options, man? To sit there and look at colors all day? Going down.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
Fuck you.
Now, can we please... No.
Actually, yeah, we can go back to the...
No, what are you doing, Stanley?
Oh, we're
Please,
slower.
I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because I don't know any other way, man.
There. See? This is what you want.
You know, I
This
kind
is
of
where
agree.
we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Alright, no more moving. I'm gonna sit put. Weed is a solid until you make it a liquid. I don't feel like you can liquefy that, but you know, I'm not a botanist. I don't know. Weed is like concrete. Oh, true. You just gotta mix it right. Smoke's harsher if you don't let the moisture in the weed evaporate. I just remember the first ever time I got high. I took a hit from a bowl, or a bong, I'm sorry. And I saw triple. I couldn't move, because I knew that if I moved, I would throw up. So I'm gonna fall. It won't let me drop off?
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Look, man. Didn't he ask you to stop moving? I thought I did. But, like, how long does he want me to stop moving? I don't know that I have, like, minutes in me, man. Was all that time spent playing Potion Craft for nothing? Potion! I completely forgot about Potion Craft! That's a real game we were playing. Holy shit. Oh my god. Alright, we're just gonna chill here for a while. Edibles are the way. I feel like probably if I were to ever actually want to be introduced to weed appropriately, I would probably want to do edibles. But that's because I'm fat as fuck. I have a fat butt. I'm sorry. Earlier, I was in Lena's chat. If you don't know, the girl who rated us, Lena, she's been playing Final Fantasy 15, which, as you all know, is like my favorite Final Fantasy. She's been playing Final Fantasy 15, and there's a moment where, where you're talking about, like, guys, if you were trapped in a restaurant, which restaurant would you want it to be? What the hell is Conrai? Chili's? Chili's was an answer. Kura? What the hell is Kura? I wouldn't want a restaurant. No. You have to be trapped in a restaurant. Which restaurant is it? It could be any. Kura is a revolving sushi bar. You wouldn't choose like a higher quality sushi bar or anything like that? Like you're gonna go for the revolving one? You're trapped in there, man. Yes. The Giga Chad, yes. I don't know any restaurants that don't eat out. I mean, you have. Oh, I don't know. If you don't eat out, it's Golden Corral. Dude, think of the variety you could get. Holy shit. I've been tempted. They have a. Did you know that Golden Corral has a burger bar for lunch? I haven't been there in a decade. I want to go there just to get the burger bar. I could die in a burger and be happy. Also, this really is not. I'm done here. Beer garden. My man wants beer. What's the one where they spank you if you don't finish your food? I just need you to know that Lena's been playing 15.
Me? What can I say to convince you?
And she is down bad for Cindy as much as anybody.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Is it gonna change? A friend of mine once slipped a non-edible object into a chocolate fountain at a Golden Corral.
Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Heart Attack Grill. They spank you at Heart Attack? I didn't know that.
You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I can't see that. It's just color. Color is great, but it's not, like, uniquely me, you know? I know at Heart Attack, if you're, like, over 400 pounds, you eat for free, right? They like, parade you like a freak!
Perhaps not.
My answer was Five Guys, burgers, and fries, by the way. Because I could eat a
God.
Five Guys burger
Is this
every
really how
day
much you dislike
until I
my
die from a
game?
heart attack.
But you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yeah, I don't care about you, guy. We're gonna die. Why am I still
Maybe
alive?
you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
Seriously, anyone
Well,
who
this
likes
one
this
is
game,
yours.
you should play Slay the Princess. You should really play that. You gave the AI depression. Red Robin's my second pick. I've never been to a Red Robin. Is that good?
Is it over?
It's over.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
It is.
I'm going back.
Sam. I'm okay. Wait a second, this is different. Huh?
When Stanley came to
it's
a set
not
of
the
two
same.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, we're gonna... It just skipped to the next part, it's fine. Red Robin is
Yet
what my
there was
burger is
not a
trying to
single
replicate, so it
person
must
here
be good.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up, take it out passive-aggressively. That's true. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. Everyone is unique. You most of all. True. True. I'm partial to the charts part of that pie graph. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rates of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts, please. I'm begging. Stop. Oh, true.
Life is pain, Dial.
Ha. That's true. Fill out in triplicate and return to your boss. Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee, like you or yourself, but more inclined toward conflict, unless you're the kind of... I couldn't read it! Transcend!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, why am I here? I don't remember why I'm here. Why is this door not opening? Oh, because I can manually open it, of course. Elevator, please. Go back? Too late. No, we're going down the elevator. If you know what I mean. You missed the broom closet? Oh, we're gonna be doing this for hours. It's fine. We got all day. Multiple dendings. Dude, the money disaster is so true. I got paid today. And I spent like $100 on pants. Pants and shirts. The money disaster thing is so true. I have a Magnum dong. Look at you, Lena. Were they good pants? No, they were chinos. You can't always be naked, that's true. What? No, I bought chinos, I bought compression shirts, and I bought straight jeans, straight cut. Can't always be naked unless you're an Argonian mage. If only. Compression shirts, huh? Yeah, I bought 4 compression. I need them for the moisture wicking. They're my undershirts when I umpire. I've been wearing these cotton shirts and they absorb too much moisture. I sweat like a stuck pig, bro. So I needed more compression shirts.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
4,
Stanley wondered aloud to
5.
nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator
6'9"?
That
Oh, that would have been dope.
Anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few minutes.
Type boob
with
on
some
it? Oh,
calming new age
true.
music.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Boobs. Alright, down we go. This time we're gonna see if we can get to the 4. Boobies? Boobs where? Lena, down! Down, girl! You gotta go back to Final Fantasy 15, alright? Cindy's waiting.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door
Oh,
of the
never
red
mind, we're gonna go
mind
escape.
control facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall,
watching it right
Stanley
now.
would meet his violent death.
Huh? Boobs? Not only Argonian mage. I think Argonians canonically have boobs, don't they?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I think they do, man.
At this
I gotta
point, Stanley
relaunch
was making
Oblivion,
a conscious,
but
concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
they're reptiles? I know, but I think they still have boobs. Cindy and RNA, best parts of 15. That's true. I can't wait for Lena to meet RNA. Holy shit, that's gonna be a good stream. Whoa! In Morrowind, they were sans booba.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
I can't jump.
And so
Chat!
he resigned.
There's
and
no jump
willingly
button!
accepted this
Chat!
violent end to his brief and
Chat,
shallow
there's no
life.
jump button!
Farewell, Stanley.
No! There's no jump! No!
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him.
God, I wish
instantly.
that was me. Oh. Only the bones were crushed? It's no big deal, right?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What the fuck is this game? Never rewarded with sweet release.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit
This is
start?
our office right here. This is our office, and then we go out here, and then we have our office. Yeah, the blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that has been built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layout. I'm sorry. Though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration, sure. Sorry. I'm going to try to not slur. I'm very drunk right now. Technically, Argonians are tree people. Trees spawn in lizard shapes. Yeah, I do know they were born from the Hist. It's just Oblivion, they have boobs, so... You are drunk enough to play Repo. I'm gonna be asleep by the time, 8 p.m. hits. I'm way too drunk right now. Repo's great. I love Repo. Repo, Lethal coming... I mean, shit. When was the last time we played some of that? It's been a couple months now, I think. Peak seems like a fun drunk game, too. I agree. Peak does seem fun. Sorry. He's drunk enough to do Hodoful. That's not true. You're gonna have to get me significantly more drunk for Hodoful Boyfriend, alright? Speaking of which... Just 3 more shots, no problem. I like the Pilgrimage game. Oh, true. Pilgrimage is fun. Let's give him an hour and try again. Yeah, for Hodoful, that kind of drunk is not for Twitch. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. What? What about Femboy Burgers? Are you asking about Femboy Hooters? Uwu Hunters? What are we talking about right now? These are stream games? What do you mean? What? Uwu Hunters and Femboy Burgers. What? Oh. Solitaire. I don't want... No, I didn't want to... Not my fault. They're on Steam. Sapphire Safari is new. We're not... Flam, you can't trick me with that shit. You've done this before. I remember that one. Fuck off. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. How much to play Femboy Burgers? It's $20?! You're telling me there's a game on Steam called Femboy Burgers and it's $20? I'm not drunk enough for this. The two doors. All right, so this is when we enter the room and there's a door on the left and he tells us to go to the left. The set of the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension. An exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Look at that. $20 is a small price to pay for Peak. Peak is $7! What do you mean? Oh, look, we found credits. Jorgensen, Swedish. Janis Ionides? Sure. Christian Baker. William Pugh. I know that name. I actually do know that name. Why do I know that name? William Pugh. The best burger is the Hungry Burger. What the hell is the Hungry Burger? Office clock. I don't think it's 11:34. That doesn't sound right. Screens from the development of the boss's office. Did you beat the game? Well, we've reached the ending multiple times. Does that count?
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively if you had it in the most fundamental. They're throwing a surprise party for him, for all his button pushes. Of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story.
Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over 2 years of development. These are clips that were not used. Okay. Can't really watch the stream. The sickness is too strong. I think the audio is the only thing that matters here, to be honest. But that said, if you can't watch, it's okay, man. Go sleep. Freedom ending? Oh, that was... We hit the freedom ending. Just be happy, chat. Can you be happy? Are you physically able to be happy? Admit it to yourself. Look me in the eye, boys. Look me in the eye and say, I can be happy. I'm here for pain. I can be, of course. You know I'm not. No. What the hell's wrong with you guys? There's a countdown ending? We've seen the freedom ending. We're fine with that. Monitor room elevator.
Life is pain だよ. Ha.
For a time, the elevator in the
checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
The elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down. What? What do you mean players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down? Actually, I've seen Lena streams. I know how this goes. Never mind. Countdown room, an early version of the countdown room. I don't know that one. Game design mock-up. This is a level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. Strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. The environment's changed, the basic layout is still the same. There's an Easter egg in the monitor room when you wait till after the lift arrives. Which one's the fucking monitor room? That's countdown room. Monitor room elevator. I don't know which one that is.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
No, I'm not willing. I mean, in the actual game, yeah, I don't know which one the monitor room is. Oh, is that the one with the 800 fucking screens on it? Through context clues, I know now. The fuck is this? Zending model. Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th. We thought it was complete, but decided to abandon the change and change it shortly before launch. I don't know what Zending is. What the fuck is Zending? We had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Very few players realized this is what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. What? Z ending? What is this, Nier Automata? Fuck off! We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012, 13 years ago. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he's repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. 13 years ago, chat. I was 23. I was 24. Actually, no, I was 23 in May 2012. My bones turned to dust without you saying that. Old? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think about it all the fucking time. There's a set of YouTubers that I occasionally watch their shorts, and the guy is old. He looks old. He physically looks old. And he was like, they were talking about living to 100, but you only get half of that as like an experiment. And he was like, man, I only got 22 years left then. And I sat there and I was like, I was doing the math in my head, like, he's got 22 years left to get to 50? He's 28? He's 28! Motherfucker's bald! No! I'm screwed! It's so over, boys! The cargo lift. Cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Seinfeld kind of old. These guys weren't that old and looked in their 50s. Yeah, the dude's 28. Dude's balding. Has like the craziest head. Got like a deep voice. He looks like he's fucking 40. So when I looked at him and he was like, I'm 28. Or he inadvertently said he was 28. It was like one of those moments where I'm like, ugh! Meshi, it's not fair because you're older than even I am. It's not fair. So, you look your age. That guy was 28 and he looked 40. He is 28 and he's balding. I am personally attacked. Well, I'm 36 and I'm balding, so come on. I was bald in my 20s? By choice or... In previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, I don't know what that is, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Huh. Second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Sure. Is horseshoe hair or bald a choice? Because let me tell you... Alright, that's true. That's true. That's so fucking true. You had too much testosterone. Look at it that way, man. You were so jacked with testosterone that your body couldn't contain it. Fun! You can tell by my super deep voice. That's right. There's that HP printer everyone was talking about. Oh, this is a scanner. I'm sorry. Scanner. This is where you're supposed to put, like, your butt. You're supposed to jump up on it, like, right here. Scan your butt. Then it gets a little bit of the balls. And, you know, that's not your fault. That wasn't your intention. Sorry, I need more booze. Whoa! Bald is cool if you have a super cool beard. Meshi has a better beard than literally all of us. Though recently I've been a little proud of my beard. I love to hang out with Niall Red. He seems fun. He do seem fun. I don't know if you've seen the video where he went to that remote island. There was an island out in the middle of a lake that he went out to. Very cool. How do I get out of this ending? I think he made like transparent wood during that episode. No, that's right. That was a stink. Yep, I remember now. Yep. He was out in the middle of nowhere making a fucking stink bomb. Yep. Narrator emails. After the second trailer, we asked people... What? We asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here's a selection. How do you make a jerp? How do you make the worst game ever? What's the difference between a duck? How is the game going? I hope it's good or better than the first one. From a cool man. What's the first one? Are you a rock? Could you tell me what the significance of the number 1,112,800 is? Well, the thing I wanted to know is, what would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms? The first Stanley Parable was a Half-Life 2 mod. Holy shit. For instance, on a scale of Max Ernst to Salvador Dali, how surreal will this game be? I couldn't read it. Congratulations! In line with our previous announcement regarding the ongoing promotion, here's the result of attached file. Open it carefully and see the full details of the result. Congratulations! Stanley Parable, as much as I liked seeing a humorously small badger in swim trunks. Alright, I've seen enough. Oh, we've been here. Science! From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, second 2012, third 2013. I mean... I guess the idea of opening drawers is good from like a filling perspective to like fill the negative space, but like, is that really necessary? This one, not good. This one's way better. No, okay, that's not true. Look in the corner. No, they didn't fix it. In the corner, there's still a fucking file cabinet that literally cannot be accessed. No. They fucked up. There's a file cabinet in the corner. Sorry, let me... Hello, mouse. Look. File cabinet in the corner that cannot be accessed, right? File cabinet in the corner that cannot be accessed. What if it's there for emotional support? That's bad. That's bad, chat. That's bad. The last time I played the Stanley Parable game, I glitched through the floor after thinking I had finally cracked the code. I never looked back. How do I glitch? I would like to glitch. Oh, we had already read that. You can have access, just move the little wall of the filing cabinet. That's true. Just to fix the wall, bro. Meeting room? I don't know what that one is. The flow of hallways following the player, or the first two doors, was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed the number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. So just the top, huh? Huh. Okay. You've been here. This used to be a Blueprint stream? There was one time. That's not fair. Literally one Blueprint stream. That's not fair. We've been here. What files do you need when your job is pressing buttons? Maybe you need to, like, categorize the buttons you pressed. I don't know. The ending is at the switch. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to find now. It's the one where you flip the switch off. I don't remember exactly where that is. So I'm like
fundamental understanding of good
I'm looking around. For that one stream, we had it all. Blueprints of all things? What the hell? There it is. That was kind of sweet. I got a text message from someone that was the wrong number. They told them I had the wrong number, and they responded, I typed the wrong number. Hope that didn't disturb your beautiful day. That was nice. Dude, that was what's up.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Who is they?
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Remember...
Listen to me. You can still save.
No! What the fuck?
The program before they both
I don't want to
fail.
get squished.
Push
Are you gonna
escape
squish me
and
this
press
time
quit.
for real?
There's no other way to beat this game.
Press
As long
escape.
as you-
Escape! I think I took that too literally. I remember when magic was cool.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I remember when out-of-pocket statement was removed. When was magic
When Stanley
cool?
came to a set of two
What
open
the
doors,
fuck?
he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime.
Yeah,
a work
yeah,
of
shut
art.
up.
What? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I've never taken this one.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
True,
so now in order
true.
to get back, he needed to go, from here,
Where the fuck he go?
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
No, open the left. You piece of shit.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, good. Hold on for a minute, please. Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay,
I'm
yes.
gonna take this moment.
I've got it now. This
Drink?
story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Excuse me, chat. Breathing was the problem. I breathed in the alcohol. I'm so sorry, chat. You okay? Fine. My lungs have a little bit of alcohol in them now. Sorry about that, boys. That's a bad habit? It's not a habit. That would imply I do it all the time. The lungs having a party now. Hopefully they're as entertained as I am. You aren't supposed to breathe alcohol. Supposed and going to are two different things, man.
No.
427. 427. 427, right, chat?
This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No, this is 427.
Okay. We just have to
It's this one down to the bottom.
Oh, who am I?
Right in the center of the screen.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my
That
time
is
trying to
incorrect.
salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
What do you mean?
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
What the fuck do you mean?
From the top.
What do you mean? What? Literally waist height, chat.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, sorry, Chad. I got a cough like real fucking bad. I'm okay.
Stanley... Wait, what?
Why aren't the doors open?
No, I restarted. I
Yeah.
swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Where's my door?
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Fucking
It was
narrator.
right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Chad, which way do I go? Are the kids still doing alcohol butt tampons thing? I don't think so. I'm not a kid though, so I wouldn't know. Fuck, I got like lemon vodka in my lungs.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here
Well,
before.
it's not my fault.
Do we need to restart the game
No.
again?
We'll
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
That's not my
It's gotta be
intention.
better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I'm gonna...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The indecisive...
Okay, yep,
What?
it's
There's
worse.
no
I might
doors!
be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Open door? When does this turn into Observer?
Aha!
We'd have
I
to
knew
brain
we'd
jack
missed
into our own
The
brain?
story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
The story was the friends we lost along the way.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
This
I don't
is
think so.
fire.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember,
Fuck,
Stanley?
what was that horror game we played?
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were
so long.
supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations!
Yeah, give it up! No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't
this.
Visage. It wasn't
It really
Fire
paid
Force.
off. So, good job. Oh no. No. I
No,
don't
it wasn't
feel right
Darkwood.
about this at all. We both know.
This is the
you
one
didn't
where
put
you
in
play
the
as a
actual work for
firefighter.
that win. Some people win fair and square.
And you have
this
to
was not
find
one of
your
those
daughter's
situations.
murderer.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I
Nope.
have to restart.
Bye, Firewatch. No, you're gonna make me look it up. I don't want to look it up, but now I have to look it up. Give me a sec. It's an itch game. And browse. No, does this even work? I don't fucking remember. Whatever, never mind. Baywatch Fire
All right,
Edition.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Meshy's like, come on, Roach. Drowners. Gotta be. Tekken 8, Man of Fire, Don. No, none of those. It was some itch indie game that we played forever fucking ago. It was last year, I think, during
You see,
October.
the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
That's a good question.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick
Hold on.
with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is, in fact, a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Ignited Entry was the game. Yes, thank you. I can't. Hello? This is me, your boy, Magic. I'm here to let you know that I appreciate you being here. There's a lot of fucking noise! I just want you to know I appreciate everyone being here for the Stanley Parable, clearly the greatest game of all time. Sometimes you just gotta follow the yellow line to go where it tells you to go. Look at that, there's a question mark for a brain. Yup! Parkour along the walls or it won't work. If there was a jump button, I would do so. Until then, I'm gonna spam the A button until it fucking works. You too!
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
That is a nice fern. You too can get a McChicken for $2. Sorry, McDonald's and I have a very, like, tumultuous relationship. I remember back in the day, I could get 2 medium fries and 2 McChickens for $4.20. Yes, the funny haha number. And so I can't go to McDonald's anymore because I remember those times, and I remember, like...
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable,
trademark.
Right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
It was trash food, but it was cheap. Now it's trash food and expensive, right? Oh, shit! No. He's just gonna restart the game. I want a McChicken. I haven't had a McChicken in, like, literally a year. It is easily my favorite. Yeah, that was a drunk hiccup. You can shut up now. McChicken was my favorite McDonald's food.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us?
427.
After we trusted you. After
427 right there in the middle.
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No, fuck!
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Log on to that computer? I'm trying, bro. It don't work. Start streaming?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want us to go to McDonald's so I can eat a McChicken. Sim Salabim, give me a McDonald's.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Why does it go up? What do you think is up there, chat? The line just goes up. Sim Salabim. McDonald's? No, you can't say that. Did you guys see that Way Forward decided to make, or not decided to make, but they're teasing a new Shantae game? You too can be a foxy grandma.
Good choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
All right, I got you.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door.
I think I'm getting a little motion sick myself.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Incorrect!
Another victory for logic.
He who conquers the
Come,
left
Stanley.
side
Our
conquers
destiny
the world,
awaits.
Chief. Huh? Yo, what? Yeah, Way Forward had a recent, maybe it was a press conference, I don't know. But they,
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
the fuck?
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Yeah, what?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. All of his
Where the
co-workers
fuck
were
am
gone.
I?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How could you? It was important to me that happened the way it went down. Where the fuck am I?
When Stanley came to a set of two
No!
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No! Alright, we're gonna... If... Oh,
Yet
sure,
there was
sure,
not a
sure.
single person here
Don't
either.
get fired.
Feeling a wave of
Do not get
disbelief,
fired, chat.
Stanley decided to go up to his
If you want to
boss's
not get
office,
fired, don't
hoping
get
he might
fired. Very
find an answer
important.
there.
Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. That's actually true. Super true. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global marketing parade. Monetize free to play. If you're not monetizing your free to play, what are you actually doing? Imagine paying to play a gotcha game. Rate at which charts on the same. Oh, yeah, well, you've seen that. We're good. It couldn't be me, though.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Monetize free to play is what I will carve onto the walls. Closet!
Okay, I think we all...
Uh-oh. 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 What have we done? Oh. Okay, the bathroom. We all know this bathroom. Hold on, that's new. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. AABA? It's the worst fucking rhyming scheme ever. No, that wasn't Abacab. That was Abba. That was awful. I can't go into the void, chat. What did I do? No, what are you at? I can't open the door. Maybe you can go into the void? No, it was an invisible wall. It was an invisible wall. There's nothing we could do. Look. Are we gonna go to the void? I'm gonna look down. Can't go. Can't open the weird elevator door. The bathroom had a new thing. But, I mean, that's the end of the bathroom. Glitch, I never seen it. There's no way. Do we have to restart? There's no way. How you doing, Tom? I can't open the door at the bottom. It's over. We have to restart. I was making a vulgar joke. Wait, what's the void? I feel partly responsible. How? I just wanted to back up. I wanted to check this door to the right. Backtrack? We can't backtrack. It's all over. And we've done soft locked ourselves. We gotta back up. Think so? Yeah, I think so too. Glad you're doing well though. Yeah, I can't even access this door. Here's spamming the button. It's over. You can't. I got an achievement called "You Can't Jump." No, seriously, we disabled it.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What was under the stairs? There was a white paper, but we couldn't interact with it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Yeah,
he
I'm
entered
going
the
left.
door on his left.
I want to hit those numbers.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Remember, kids,
Feeling a wave of
don't get fired.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door.
Okay, yeah, don't back up when you do that. When you go into this room, do not back up. All right. Also, it skipped the whole safe thing. Fuck. We input the code! Oh yeah, boobs, true. Fuck, I forgot! A boob and then the 6969, true, I completely forgot. We'll get it next time, we'll be back here, I promise. It's true, it's just one boob. Left or right, chat? There is a wrong answer.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I certainly don't. This way. Not a boob fan, but to each their own. That's right. To each their own. Camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature revealed.
427 is us.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of
No,
so many
he's just
individuals
gay.
reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This
427
facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't
Sorry,
be true.
my apologies.
Had Stanley really been under
Sec-
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
427.
emotions had been manipulated
That's incorrect,
to accept it
though.
blindly?
Why does 427 not follow us? Thinking back to Archer's line or Ray's line in Archer. What did Ray say in Archer? I mean, he was extremely gay. God bless that dude.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His
You
own
can be gay and
life
like boobs?
in
That's
someone
true.
else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Nobody's
Wasn't
that
it?
gay.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I could watch Archer again.
He
That
was
was
the
a
proof,
great show.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power.
Yeah. They're
over
doing their
another
normal
human
thing.
life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
1, 2. Man boobs need love too? I don't know about that one, dog. 3. How do I get up to fucking... How do I open these gates? How do I open this gate? I need to get up there. That's 4 up there, I think. I'm like 90%... Yeah, that's definitely 4. How do I get up there? I gotta go. Enjoy the game. I appreciate you, Fyra. I appreciate you being here. Go have a good day. I'm the dude in D&D campaign that would have a kobold wife. Isn't that just some kind of weird lizard dog? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, blue. Green. I don't know, they have different things going on with them. Kobolds keep changing? I think they're supposed to be some kind of lizard dog, right? How the hell do I open this gate? We just don't know what a kobold is. Different settings have different kinds. Some are just straight up dogs. They're like dog dragons, traditionally. Traditionally is the important. I can't click that. It's a big fucking button, I can't click it. Don't know if a good tassel with a lizard is my cup of tea. Well, why not? I've only ever seen kobolds depicted as lizard folk, akin to tiny dragons. I think I've seen them more like dogs more often. In Japan, they're dogs? Yeah, I've seen the dogs. Either way, not for me, man. How do I get up there? You know, there's a red light up there. I'm going to press all of the red buttons. I sure hope I hit the red one on that one. How the fuck do I open up this gate? In Japan, raccoon dogs in folklore can glide in the air on their scrotums. Yeah, that's the tanuki, right? They got giant balls for whatever fucking reason. Japan's weird. How do I open this fucking gate? I'm going to press every button and see what happens. It did not change his 4. Is this rhetorical or are you asking? Most things I ask are rhetorical. That said, I would love an explanation for what the fuck. How do I open this gate? I do crave knowledge. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a smart boy looking to be a smarter boy. Imagine a game where your enemy uses Scrote Glider to escape. I wish I didn't before you typed that message. Damn it. One, 2, 3. Four. 5. God damn it. How do I unlock this goddamn gate? Alright, this time I'm actually gonna ask. If anyone knows, how do I unlock this gate? I am unclear. Do I have to... No, it's already on, right? Ask it very nicely. Would you rather have Scrote Glide as an escape?
When at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls.
I did, thank you.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is
I'm
that what
doing
you
it!
wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Gate's still not open.
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
We're good.
It's your time to shine.
1,
You are the
2.
star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
I'm
This is
shaping
much
it.
better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the
Erased?
machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing
Office
everyone
427.
inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra...
There's a lot of things on the wall!
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
Big
Time
red
doesn't
button.
grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something
Enable
in this
backup
room is
power?
capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door.
I don't know!
Anything, something here will save me.
Something's gonna
So
save
this
him.
video game can be beaten. One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No! How can any of us know?
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene. So I will watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you
Read this comment so you become distracted. Too late! I've already committed to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This world, that's fine. But
Oh,
I'm
4
going
is
to
this way.
destroy it first, so you can't.
The number is 619.
Take a
That's
look at the clock,
incorrect.
Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left.
Well, I don't know what this
30
is!
seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
That fern sure was
Or
pretty.
don't. It's all
Wasn't
the
it,
same
though?
to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Nothing you can do. It just goes boom. I don't remember the fern having a number. He did say the fern was
All of
going to be
his
important,
coworkers
but there was
were
no
gone.
number in
What
the
could it
fern.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the fuck? New content?
New content? What does that mean?
I don't
New
know.
Content.
Oh. Door that fucking says new content. This game's kind of great, I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate this.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013
12 years
on home
ago.
computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley
More.
Parable, delighting audiences the
Smile.
world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very
It
excited to
does
see the
sound
thrilling new
delightful.
Ultra Deluxe content.
The same, actually. More new content than Phantasy Star Online 2. Deservedly so, to be honest.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content,
Yeah,
Stanley.
give me the content, boys! New
right.
content?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
The narrator is killing it. I can't believe we can jump. That's fucked up.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yeah.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I agree.
It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
I'm not
If this is
personally
new
impressed.
content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
20
Hell, I could
hours?
count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Wasted all of your jumps? You could only jump in the circle, man. Thank you.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And
fuck
don't get
is
me
this
started on the
game?
level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Yeah, we should firebomb their headquarters.
Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
It's a joke!
It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
This really makes me want to play the Slay the Princess a lot. No frills? Buy absolutely new content. This is new content. Where the fuck am I? I am willing to firebomb Kyoani Studios.
Stanley!
It's a
come
joke.
Over here.
I'm not
In
going
the
to do
vent. I want to show you something.
that. Alright. The coffee nut.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Yeah, that was
Well, it
really
got
a
me
bummer.
Thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Yeah, it was
So
great
I made
back in the
something
day.
special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
How does that work? The developers made you, boy. Someone is hiding from the boss. Where's the boss? I haven't met the boss yet.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013,
Steam
when the
page?
game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The Audience Award? What does that mean? The British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to the Wait a second, hold on. The Last of Us? Wait a second. Our First Kiss, My First Car, the release of the Stanley Parable in 2013. Oh, look at that, 2013. Couple brochures. The Memory Zone Temp. Yeah. I remember. I like this one. I remember. The original remake, The Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable, this was on, I don't know, some weird site. An exploration of story, games, and choice. Except the story doesn't matter, it might not even be a game, and if you ever actually do have a choice, well, let me know how you did it. Dude, what the fuck is this game? What am I playing right now? Everything you need to make great ideas even better. In today's busy world, it isn't easy managing an effective productivity workflow. That's why the Stanley Parable can help you streamline your workplace efficiency with the Stanley Parable Advanced Computer System software. Productivity loss and our efficiency gain becomes a thing of the past. At last, the power to convert ideas into action is at your fingertips with the Stanley Parable. At last, it's all in one box. And it's all been designed to fit with the way that you run your life into the ground to make money for someone else. Woof. Woof. Oh man, that last sentence. Holy shit, woof. Go outside, don't play it for 5 years. That must be related to Everweather's 10 years thing. New video game releasing today. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Colleagues show uneven effort to enroll poor. Costs hinder new tech to achieve diversity. Business leaders pushing election of council allies. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. British Academy of Film and Television. British Academy of Film and Television nominee. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. I got the... I don't know that it got the award, but it was at least nominated for both story and debut game and game innovation. Good for them. This is really some incestuous shit.
Je suis dans la mémorisation, c'est sur la pluie de l'eau.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
What about us now?
It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
Damn!
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
To be honest, I like the elevator content, so can we get back to that? That'd be great. I can't click the weird paper. Game is self-aware, so of course it glazes itself. It doesn't have to, you know? Wait a second. What is this?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
GameSpot?
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
How did we end up with the new content?
It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I have always been someone who wants to go the wrong way first in video games. When I sense that a game is trying to usher me down a particular path, to get me to run from left to right or maybe charge straight ahead, I need to satisfy my instinct to go against the grain, to explore, to see what the designers have put back the other way. Sometimes I find a one-up or a collectible stashed away to reward me for my intrepid behavior. At other times, my explorations are rewarded only by the crushing disappointment of running up against an invisible wall. Whatever I find, I don't find. My action is a manifestation of my desire to exert some independence, to make my own choices within a system that severely limits my options and encourages certain specific behaviors. The Stanley Parable feels alive in its responsiveness to your choices, and its desire to subvert your expectations and keep you on your toes. I don't feel like I feel that quite yet. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything. Preparing snake oil salesman routine. Gooning is not a narcissistic manifestation. Ding! There's nothing like a game that toots its own horn. I feel like there is.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Can you open a door for me? It's called Deadpool. Look, not every meta thing can be Deadpool, okay? Sometimes it's just something else.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful
where
of gags to
where
insert
am
into
I?
the Stanley Parable.
I closed
The game's
my
already
eyes.
Such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I genuinely, I like closed my eyes to reel for like half a second and I missed whatever transition we just got. It's fine, I get it, but like, what the fuck, man? Steam reviews gots to be good. Of course, because you know, the people that play video games are always like the most
Okay, let's see what
well-conditioned
this one
people.
says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
I mean, it's a little
You can't know how
terse.
much
I'll agree
fluff
with
I cut
that.
from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it, well...
Light and
I
airy is not what I would
Maybe
call
it
it.
wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remember.
I mean, it's good. He said terse? Yeah, he's got that terse neck meat, bro. What is this? What? I can't jump. How do I move on? Oh. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm an idiot.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Okay, I wish his explanations
skip
fit
button.
the area.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
yeah,
motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
I wonder how many hours did the narrator go through to record every choice. I'm amazed. I'm more curious about the writers. The writers had to decide when the narrator is going to speak, right? They had to sit down and think, like, should he talk about the fact that he hasn't narrated in a while? That
And
kind of
here
shit.
it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop... Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time
It's
for me to deliver a
4:30.
long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made
No
said choice.
shit!
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been?
Yeah, you'll
making
see
every
my
choice to which you've
erection in
ever
a
given
second.
Your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto.
I'm gonna lose
but now
it.
I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
There is
It
a
has
level
mouthful that
of
is
school
rich with
shooter
ambition
that I
and
don't agree
ambitious
to.
history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Sure.
It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley.
Whatever
It's
you want to
rescued
do,
me from
big man.
disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto.
Treatise.
Manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof,
fucking
and it's
kill
all over.
myself.
Oh, I can't
What
wait to
is
see
this
what Cooking
game?
9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam
I
review,
don't
or at
care
least change some of the
anymore. I
wording,
want to be
perhaps.
done.
To be honest, I don't even know if one
Where
can
am
change
I?
the review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now,
Yeah,
I should
thank
say
you.
that the amount of
Where's
time
the
the button has
door?
been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just
I
been
can't
frozen
press
there.
the button.
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly
I
getting
can't
longer.
press
My
it.
God, there's no...
Oh,
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
Let me
I have
out!
someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person.
Let
to
me
speak to.
out.
And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing.
Let me
Would
out.
you think that it's exactly the same
The
as always?
plant is so
Doesn't that
dead.
feel
Let
like
me
what
out.
we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it... Oh, hello. It's
Hello.
you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you
Okay.
and about us and about everything we've
Well, that's
been
good.
through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past.
Can you make a
And when
door?
that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced
Door.
my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant.
Door!
In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt
I
like an
wallow in my
eternity, for what
life
I now
every
know was
day.
far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike...
He's not going to like what Stanley is about to do. Stanley pressed the button. Oh, well. Whoa. Hello? Hello? Get me out!
But But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't.
Help. Help. It is not 5:04. It is 4:37 right now. I'll have you know. Reminds me of the noise the hall makes. It depends on whether or not you got a fire alarm that chirps occasionally.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. I just want to know how much time has passed. Time is irrelevant. Oh. Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Never the end, is 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 never the end. Is never the end, 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 is never the Huh? Nature is healing, then the Fire Nation attacked. You killed the narrator. Nature got bored. What's happening? Oh, it's sideways. I do think that pussy's sideways. Oh, hello. We're free. We did it. What have we done? Stanley is the last human alive. Well, at least he has the, I don't know chant. I don't know what I've been told. You guys all know the second part of that, right? MagicMD is getting old. What the fuck? What the hell? No!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I can't.
Stanley decided
that was
to go to the
crazy
meeting room.
fucking
Perhaps
ending.
he had simply missed a memo.
All this open space spurs the desire to run, aimless and free. No. I'm not going to the new content. You can't make me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley, for the first but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Broom closet? I don't know where the broom closet is. Where's the broom closet?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. I'm not.
Don't mind me.
I realize
Flamer had mentioned it earlier.
Someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
Bean
you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for her.
Her? Would we do this for a woman?
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I don't know that I would do any of this for a woman. No, the answer, by the way, is I don't know what I've been told, but Eskimo pussy is really cold. I think that was from Full Metal Jacket. Hello?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
This is Twitch. We do nothing for a woman, but for a lady?
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Bread?
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Hello.
Gotcha.
What do you mean, gotcha?
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving
I will
wife
kill you.
who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on.
I have gone incel for less. What the fuck, man?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize
TV
about his own
Wadoko.
job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
TV spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
God, I wish that was me.
His decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Wifey, do you mind if I spend time with the boys?
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
Yeah, we don't worry
Down
about
another
that.
was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
We don't worry about either.
Down another was a
That
game with a
either.
baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Wait, what? She's almost as cold as my wife. Wait, I don't know how this plays out. No. We're hanging out with the boys.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I love you, wife!
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What the I didn't push the button! I didn't do that! I did not press the button, chat. I was gonna sit there forever. I was gonna sit there until the end of time, bro. How could you push the button like that? PS5 beep sound starts World War III. Can we get a nuclear meltdown? Can I spend time with the boys? Then she goes Code Red ballistic on him. Well, we all know Code Red is the worst Mountain Dew flavor, so deserved.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Where's the broom closet?
Simply missed a memo.
Chat, direct me. I need to end the stream soon. Where's the broom closet?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of
Code
his
Red's the only one I like. Ooh. Code Red, 0 sugars, okay? Actually, I like Code Red, so I can't even be mad. That said, Livewire is the best flavor, then Baja Blast, then Normal, then Code Red. Outside of meeting room. Gotcha. He's about to break the seal. I'm a bit drunk. I am a bit more than drunk. I'm a bit wasted.
When
you couldn't
Stanley
tell?
Came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ow! Last time I had Mountain Dew, I was in maybe middle school, and it was a basic one. There is a new Blast flavor, I think. I don't know anything about that. Sarcasm was lost in the state. No, I recognize the sarcasm. I wanted you to elaborate because you don't know what you're talking about.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This isn't right, but whatever. Honestly, I keep forgetting Magic is drunk until he reminds everyone. That's for you. I remind you so that you don't punish me. This is incorrect. Where the hell is the office?
All of his co-workers
it's to the
gone.
right.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know if that means he is extra coherent while inebriated or typically incoherent in general.
When Stanley came to a set
I don't know either.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Wait,
Stanley
this is the
felt
lounge.
lightheaded.
Wait, where's the meeting
butterflies
room?
in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before.
Wait, no. Are we going to the meeting room or the employee lounge? The meeting room is in front of the director's place, right? You're right, he's drunk. What the fuck? He's drunk? I thought this was his normal level. Guys, please! I don't remember which one's which. If we're going to the meeting room, that's in front of the boss's office, right?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Is that
he had
where we're
simply missed
going?
a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm fine. I've only drinking
Yet
a
there was
quarter
not
of a
single
handle.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. When money's on a bagel, you can have money anytime. Why did both of you talk about Smash Brothers?
Here's the door, just go.
8 0 0. No! What do you mean 8? No. All right, I got you. 8 0 0 8. No. 8 0 What? 8 Boob don't work. Boob don't work, chat. 6 9 6 9. What's the whole point? What's the fucking point? Bobs. You ever bob for apples? Smashed. I booted up Smash the other day.
Door that read Mind Control Facility.
Who the hell came up with bobbing for apples anyway, to be honest? It's a good question. I don't know. We have completely fucked up.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, but of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Same.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
Is this
It's that
all
keen
Chianti?
eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points.
Shut
one
up!
after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Three. He keeps pronouncing boss like bus, and it makes me think there's something deeper here. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's something going on here, you know? I don't know. This is like the last potential parable I have left in me. I am falling apart at the seams, boys. Whoa! You can have pizza on a bagel. You can have pizza anytime.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all
It
of this?
really is at the spur of a moment. Says Magic as he spam clicks the in-game booze. I still have a quarter of a handle. I could really fuck myself.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No.
No.
It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
I agree,
I can't
yeah.
even begin to grapple with what might be up there.
There could
Is
be
it
anything.
the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time?
could be a
the
boat.
suspense is killing me.
Shit.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
I can't believe.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this. Okay,
we're
I'm
back.
ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
I need more time to... Oh, we're back!
I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
What do you mean it's wrong? This game is bonk, bro.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory
It's
Stanley's
so unique.
decision-making
How could he
is.
go down
A
the
breath of
elevator?
fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I can't believe he would do something so unique as this. Oh, wait.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator, but the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice?
Let's
and
keep going up.
smooth?
Yeah.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces.
Chat,
from the
is
very
this
moment
real?
that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years.
This is
And it's
what's
really all
wrong with
because of
manga,
you.
by the way.
You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like
That's
anything
right.
else out there. You
No
see,
one else
I
would dare
want
do the
stories
same
that
thing
surprise me,
over
Stanley.
and
I want to
over
have to
and
think.
over.
I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're
Solo
a role
leveling.
model, you know? People look up to you.
Woof.
Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Oh?
Good, we're here.
Oh shit, real supernatural
Okay,
hours.
the room where we're holding the press conference should
Super
be just around the corner
liminal,
here somewhere.
not supernatural. Supernatural's the show. Live on stage, all eyes on Stanley. How we did it, the pyramids. World's healthiest human being, all tricks revealed. Live, the guy who went to Mars. An evening with world peace, baby. Notice the baby
Yes,
is white.
here it is, just through this door.
The Stanley Parables, Stanley Tonight, live on stage. The man, the process, the myth, the legend, the parable. Stanley from the Stanley Parable Tonight. A Q&A with the world's first sentient machine. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
I'm gonna go get... Break a leg, champ, your boss. Stanley, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife, parentheses, from the shipment ending. From the apartment ending. From, what is it? I can't read it. From, it's definitely an S, right? STP? Whatever, it doesn't matter. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get him, Tiger. I love the way you ride the elevators. Story, Stanley, me, dad, age 6. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. This is making me chuckle a lot more than I should be. Maybe because I haven't had food yet. Go eat, bro. Yeah! Ladies love this! Oh, yeah! I think I have to stop. I have to stop. This is kind of great. This is kind of great. But I gotta give him the ghost chat. Okay, there might be more of this in the future. I don't know. That said, I am done for the day. I'm a little more wasted than I expected to be. That said, that's what happens when you drink alcohol. So, enjoy that. Enjoy everything.